While much of the AI conversation centers on LLMs, large language models, the real value of businesses lies in how AI transforms everyday operations from the ground up. For more, we're joined by Jyot Singh, founder and CEO of RTS Labs. Jyot, great to have you back. What's the key in launching the AI project that solves real business problems, not just flashy LLMs?
Thank you for having me, Nathan. Super excited to be back again on your show. I think this is what we continue to see in the marketplace, where everyone's starting with just because AI is cool, we should do an AI project. And I think this is where the biggest problem lies. We don't start with models. We don't start with AI coolness. We start with what the real business pain point is. And you're looking at what's broken, what's inefficient, what's inconsistent in your current workflow, and that's when you start. And I think this is where things get a little tricky.
Right.
And I think that's where you need a little bit of thinking how to proceed these AI projects.
And to expand on that, can you break down the stages of AI value creation and where do most companies tend to stall when it comes to this?
Absolutely. And again, typically we've seen in our experience, there are 5 stages of AI projects. The first one is exploration, where you're looking at what's broken, what is inefficient, what is not working. And then what you do is you basically start with a small proof of concept or POC. That's stage number 2. Stage number 3 is deployment. Basically, you go out and put that in the with a small user base, and you start having it see and kind of measure the outcome, whether it's meeting your needs or exceeding your needs or so on and so forth. Or for the most part, if it's not working, you quickly kill it and move on to the next use case. So go back to stage number 1, which is exploration. And the third stage is deployment. So basically, whatever the model you have done, or whether you use models or agents or software code that uses a model, that is called as deployment. And you're able to deploy it to a little bit of a larger user base, primarily to gain a little bit more intelligence on the data that you're collecting. And then finally, the stage 4 is operations. So basically, you make it production ready. And assuming everything goes well and all the boxes are checked, then you basically go to production. And then obviously, when everything is in good shape, you go to stage number 5, which is scaling. You asked, where do companies get stuck the most? In our experience, having done close to 100 AI projects now, I feel starting off on the wrong goal is where they make the biggest mistake. And believe it or not, it's not a technical issue. It's a business issue where they don't involve business people or they don't involve technical people. And I think that's where the goals are not smart and intelligent. And I think that's where they're shooting the wrong target. And the second most common issue that we have seen has been putting all these amazing things that you've used, Cloud or OpenAI or whatnot, other tools, seeing it all working, but then you realize, oh my God, I can't make that production ready because it's not, there's no governance to it. The testing the response being tested, and obviously it's not ready to scale. I think those are the 2 stages where we see most of the companies struggle.
Right, and when that model is built, how do you ensure it's integrated into actual workflows and it actually goes into the right places and it gets used in the right way?
Yeah, it's a very good point, Nathan. I would say more than building the model, I think, as I've said this before, you have to understand how we're solving the real problem. I would say, in our experience, building a model sometimes is not more than 30% of the work. The real value is when you start embedding those models or those AI agents or that AI workflow into your real day-to-day operations. So, for example, let's say you are working on a piece where you're opening a ticket for customer service. Now, there are 9 steps in that workflow, and after your exploration, when you're doing the stage 1 of exploration, you realize that majority of the time is being spent on collecting what is broken from the customer. And then if we have to make it efficient, you have to go back and look at how the workflow has been completely off, and you start investing your time and energy by measuring how many hours have been spent on this. And then when you start looking at is, what software code I can implement to make and enhance that model. So instead of 9 steps that you have, how you're going to cut it down to 7 or 6, but without having the person who is involved in this workflow jumping off to some other system or to basically making a phone call. That is not how efficiency is built in. You have to bring the AI solution into the software program or the workflow that they are used to. And that's when you will see adoption, engagement, and success of your AI solution.
Fantastic. I love that. Breaking it down just like an AI would, make it smaller and smaller, more concise. Now, Jyot, just to round out this whole conversation, what is your top advice for business leaders starting out with AI? How can they get those best results?
Yeah. So I always say, Nathan, is if you are still on the fence thinking that AI is a fad, or AI, should I start on it, or what should I do, or should I be thinking about it, let it pass through or pass by, and then I'll be ready. In other words, you have your head in the sand, and you're looking and not looking and hoping this problem will go away. This problem is not going to go away. It's opportunity, and sometimes if you're thinking that way, you're too late. So obviously, some people are thinking, okay, well, I understand I made a mistake. I should have started 2 years ago, but what should I do now? So the lesson that I always share with my clients and with my friends and business leaders is start small, right? Super easy to do, and start with you. Look at your day-to-day work, and it doesn't need to be a business. Look at your day-to-day work, how you're stacking up to your competitors. And in order for you to achieve that, why not go and start using Claude or ChatGPT's deep research, right? Look at how I can empower my business and make yourself more productive and efficient, and then slowly start bringing this to your company. Sometimes hoping that, hey, it's not me, let my technical team figure out the AI solutions. This is not going to work. It needs to be driven from the top. And I think this is what I would say, start now and start with yourself first.
Amazing, fantastic rundown as always from you, Jyot. Thank you so much from RTS Labs. Really appreciate your time here on Ticker.
Awesome. Pleasure is mine, Nathan, and good to see you again.